Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche la NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Glancing at the players on these rosters, Doris, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin, and the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
Here are the five for the Clippers. Filling the perimeter slots are Dunn and Leonard. In the post, it's going to be Collins and Lopez. And it's Garland in at the point. Gafford sets the pick for Flagg. To the inside. And Gafford throws it down.
Well, in his size and hops, Daniel Gafford is always a threat near the rim.
And here is Los Angeles now. Lopez outside. Back to Garland. Pass to Leonard from downtown. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Christie. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that one drops for him.
Darius Garland playing the role of ball distributor to perfection. Pretty pass.
And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think, we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
Nobody near Leonard. Quick shot there, and it's off target. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Flagg. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The wide open look here for Garland. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Shot ready, we call it, folks. Darius Garland takes the pass, immediately gets into his jump shot.
Here's Flagg. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. To the wing right side. Marshall finds Christie. Here's Flagg. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so Garland will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 5-point game. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Listen, I don't fault the effort. That was there all night. It was the quality of play that was lacking. There was not a ton of cohesion. They've got to figure it out. Boy, certainly looked like the defense was okay, letting him shoot from 3. But let's remember, he can hit some of these.
Back to Garland. Fires for 3. Tips it up. Rebounded by Gafford. Dallas has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, John Collins becoming a knockdown shooter. He said, I think I've always had the ability to shoot. I'm just feeling it from 3 right now. My teammates are doing a good job of finding me in the spots that I like, and I've worked on my shot a lot, and I'm sort of settling into it. Guys?
Very capable. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. 1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Christie has the open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And we can talk all we want about their passing, But from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. The fourth spot held by Darius Garland.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
You know, and having that element of long-range shooting ability makes them a tough puzzle for defenders to solve. You know, it's an invaluable asset for a point guard, and these players have it in a big-time way.
You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motor. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that.
There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Washington. Lays it up off the glass.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Here's Mathurin. Lock at 6. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Dallas, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Pass to Christie. From the arc. Good on the triple. Christie's got 9. Now Bogdanovich. Still scoreless. Now Sanders. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. The Mavericks on top as they end the first quarter on a 14-6 run. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Benedict Mathurin. Bogdanovich is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Garland. And it's Jackson, and at the 5, roaming the paint. Thompson for 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. It's Garland with the ball for the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, they were on the wrong side of a very close matchup last time they met. But what a great game.
Thompson outside. Takes a 3. Thompson with the 3.
And how's that for an answer? Thompson getting his revenge in style there.
And in Tyronn Lue, the Clippers have one of the league's most highly respected, endorsed, coveted head coaches.
And think about it, Kevin. He signed an extension with the Clippers 2 summers ago. That was amidst rumors that the Lakers might have an interest. Remember, LeBron and Ty Lue go way back. But he is now committed long-term with this organization. That is smart business.
Bogdanovich dishes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And he lays it straight in. And it's 8 points for Cooper Flag.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. A different look for Dallas. Martin comes in for P.J. Washington. And Middleton subbed in for Najee Marshall. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And here's Leonard. He's got 6. Outside Garland. Misses the 3. Pass the flag. Back to Thompson from past the arc. Klay Thompson with that deep range.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
Garland, the pass to Jones. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Thompson outside. There's a good screen. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The three-pointer, no good.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Dallas leading by 4. Indoors when he's feeling good, Kawhi Leonard, still one of the toughest matchups in the NBA.
You know what, Kevin? The way he's battled through injuries and the game's still important enough to him that he's stuck around. And you're so right. When he is healthy, he remains a two-way force. This guy is an absolute Hall of Famer.
And stolen by Flag. And Flag throws it down.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And Los Angeles with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Jackson. Collins comes in for Derek Jones. And it's done in for Garland. Outside Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And again, no good by the Clippers. They set the pick. Thompson from long range. And the Mavericks another 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to Dunn, looking to end the run. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
This is a dominant stretch. I am so impressed with how they've played together as a unit over this last stretch.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Dunn outside. Launches a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Dunn's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, drilling the answer from distance. Chris Dunn playing with a competitive edge.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Leonard finds Collins. And it's off from three-point range. Dallas leading by 17. Thompson, count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Collins. Kicks it out to Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
And the first one at the line is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Good on the second free throw. And he makes all three.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Here's Cisse. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We come back right after this.
Hey, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Bring up the shot. Nice. Oh, that's nice. It's all good. One more time. A huge round of applause for our contestant.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
I couldn't tell the difference between their second unit and the first. That's how top to bottom together they've been, man.
Yeah, the others are shining like stars. Bench points have put this team over the top tonight.
And now, as the regular season marches on, here's how things look in the West as we near the final stretch.
When I look at the Mavericks, the end is near. Couldn't put things together in time. They've had a couple of good games, but they couldn't sustain the momentum. They're in rebuild territory, which ain't always pretty.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Jalen Martin out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Collins pass it to Leonard. Here's Lopez, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Lopez has got his second bucket tonight. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Dallas.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Flagg. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Garland with the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, the Clippers last season inaugurating the Intuit Dome after for years sharing an arena with the Lakers. Kawhi Leonard said it helps having a home base for you rather than being a roommate. Coach Tyronn Lue said it feels so good to have a place to call your own and just call home. Kevin, back to you.
And looking to protect it. Okay, thank you, Allie. And Doris, we're early on in Chris Dunn's career, but is it fair to say many wondered if it might be short-lived?
Oh, there's no doubt, Kevin. Remember, this guy was at one point the 5th pick in the league, and there were questions about the offensive end of the floor. But give Chris credit. His defense has carved out minutes for him, and he's worked diligently to become a better offensive player.
Thompson outside, beyond the arc, connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got two guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Clippers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Collins wide open, he fires. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Garland's got assist number 5 here tonight. Leonard with the steal. Here's Dunn, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Boy, we know he's going to bring it on the defensive end, but you see Dunn knocking down threes. Yes, sir.
Count it. Martin's got his first 2 points.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Outside Leonard launches it. The 3 goes down the hatch from Kawhi.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Collins against Martin. Pass to Nembhard. No good on that one. Garland with the defensive effort. And it's done in the corner. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Nembhard the pass to Gafford. And he banks in the layup. Gafford's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The painted area is the 9-to-5 place of business for Daniel Gafford, doing work right there.
The wide open look here for Lopez. It's good on the putback.
He has been a one-man show trying to keep them competitive.
We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA resources will never be a problem.
He has passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in LA, they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So a moment now to see the story for Kawhi Leonard.
And he's tailed off in the last 10 games when it comes to his D. You can see his steals are down, but he's not playing with the same intensity that he had to begin with. The coaching staff's got to get him motivated.
And a wide open look for Mathurin. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Pass to Christie. Jacks up a 3. Drains the three-pointer. Christie's got 12 in the game.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Sanders' shot is off.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Shoots the 3. Christie can't make it. Outside Mathurin. Pass to Jones. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Mavericks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We got Isaiah Jackson. Derek Jones is out there at Bogdanovich. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. And it's Garland in at the point guard.
And with Bogdanovich is that well set up, he's almost automatic. Nice shot.
Pass to Washington. Cisse, guarded by Jackson. Here's Christie. That three off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. On the wing, Mathurin. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Yeah, there's a level of physicality to the way P.J. Washington plays. You get him on the interior, and look out, folks.
Pass to Garland. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball.
Well, one guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
Flag is checked in for the Mavericks. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Dallas leading by 9. Out left to the wing. Washington with the screen on Mathurin. And then Washington with the dunk.
Oh, my goodness. P.J. Washington got off the deck in a hurry.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. Outside Garland. And stolen by Flag. And Flag throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Leonard on the wing, and stolen by Flag. Jumps up. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Garland kicks to Leonard. Kicks it out to Garland. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Dallas. They've scored 10 straight. Here's Flag. Here's Cisse. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead, for this team to win games. He knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
And it's Flag missing. Clippers trail by 19. Leonard finds Garland. Back to Leonard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Christie. The tray. Rebounded by Jackson. LA has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And strong off the bounce. Mathurin will keep coming. This kid is willing to challenge you.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Dallas. Marshall comes in for Chris Middleton. Lopez, he's checked in for the Clippers. John Collins comes in for Jones. first one falls.
Boy, when you think about Benedict Mathurin, this guy is a talented, aggressive scorer. His ceiling very high. He's going to have to be a little more efficient.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Dallas. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Outside, Christie jacks up a three. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball.
So, a lot to appreciate here, Doris. In the game of John Collins, he has been a highly productive pro.
He's been a consistent rebounder. We know he can make shots on the face-up game on the offensive end of the floor. And you're right, there's been a consistent 16 points, 8 boards right in that vicinity since he's entered the league.
And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Garland for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
And it's Flag missing.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Mavericks.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Klay Thompson.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
At the line for Dallas, P.J. Washington. 1 shot.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Flag. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Offensive rebound. Here's Dallas. Fires from the wing. And the Mavericks get another bucket right there.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Klay Thompson.